Yeah, that's interesting. I think it is a stereotype that Gen Y is disengaged, but I think there's always going to be some segments of the population that may be interested in some things more than others. So, having gone to the Y20, I can say that there is a good cohort of people who not only were present but who wanted to be present, and through the application process, only a select number of people were allowed to go, and they were extremely engaged and extremely interested. So what I would say to that is I think people need to realize there definitely are people in Gen Y that are extremely interested in making difference in policy and making change globally.
What I would say to those who feel disaffected and disenchanted by the way that our political system works is that they need to realize that there are opportunities for youth to be more engaged. And going beyond that, sometimes those opportunities don't exist naturally and you have to actually create them. You have to create your own avenues of power to influence decision makers. And I think that takes a bit more work, but the payout is huge. So I'd say that Stereotype exists for, part of the reason is the way that I think a lot of Gen Yers were raised, and certainly not all of us, but some of us were raised where you're rewarded for everything, whether it's a participation trophy or a gold star. And I think what that created is an atmosphere where success isn't necessarily measured in parameters that result in action. And I think it led to a broader tokenization of youth efforts. And what that means is that youth today lack meaningful avenues of power, of making decisions. So I think that's part of the reason why the stereotype exists, but certainly I know so many people and met people at the Y20 who smashed that stereotype to pieces.
Part of the reason may be that people think that in trying to get involved in policy, their voices may not be heard. So there's this disconnect with the action you take and then the result that may come out of that. And I think with forums like the Y20, that's a specific forum for youth. There's going to be there was a communique developed that is presented to policy leaders, and that is the voice of global youth within the G20. So, that's an instance where it's clear that the policy and the ideas are being taken seriously. But I think in the general forum, it may be more difficult for people to try to get that energy and the drive to want to be engaged.